Hey, good day, my people. This is Coach Bricks with the Earthstrong Real Man. Listen, I wanted to speak on this because I get asked this a lot. Where do you come up with that 120? Why do you say people should live to 120 years old? Well, first of all, it says in the Bible, okay? But also, I truly believe that people do not live anywhere close to where they should, all right? And even if we do live to 90, 100, okay, if we're fortunate, many people live chronically diseased for 20 years, if not more. Okay. Look at right now. I mean, there's people who are chronically diseased in their 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s that might live to 70 and 80 years old. So when I talk about this, getting people to live to 120, I mean, I'm talking about living a healthy life, spiritually, mentally, and physically. I'm not just talking about, well, modern medicine will catch up and this AI unit will keep me alive. No, that's not what I'm talking about at all. That's all fake crap to me. Okay. And that's not how I see it at all. I see human beings living to 120, but living the correct way. Now, what does that mean for everybody out there? And I know a lot of people are just going to shake their head. It's not going to happen. I don't want to live to 120. Look at the earth. Look how bad it is, blah, blah, blah. But if you look at things differently, okay, you can look to the negative, which I've done many, many times. Okay. I'm not, oblivious to what is going on. Yes, there is a lot of evil. There's evil in everything almost you do nowadays, it almost seems like. Okay. But you have to start changing that mindset. Start changing that mindset. Keep that here so you know what's wrong because there's plenty of things wrong. Okay. But then also change it to a positive aspect. What's that positive aspect? Well, first of all, if you have kids or you have grandkids, why wouldn't you want to be around? Why wouldn't you want to be able to do the thing? And I'm not just talking about breathing the air. I'm talking about doing things with them, doing as much as you possibly can with them, outside, moving, going on hikes, showing them the world. Everybody says, I don't want to have kids. You talk about these 20, 30, 40-year-old people. I don't want to have kids. Look at the world, how bad it is. Once again, it's a selfish mentality. You got to be willing to put some sweat behind it, some sacrifice, and start to change it. Is it going to be easy? Nothing's ever easy in life. Let's be honest. Okay, but why do we think everything has to be easy? Because we made everything to think we should have it easy. We live this comfortable lifestyle. The majority of people live comfortable. Okay. Thank God I see the other aspect of it when I go help out, in the city, soup kitchens and things like that. I see the other aspect of it. Most people don't because they don't want to see it. So they just avoid it. Oh, I'll just write a check and move on. Yeah, that's great that you're writing a check to somebody. You have no idea how it's being spent, first of all. But second of all, you need to get in there and see what's going on. Okay. We need to change things. We need to change them the correct way. But that doesn't mean you stop doing one thing just because you're scared of something else. You got to have a positive mindset. You got to have a mindset of saying, hey, listen, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to start the process of fixing it. And when I work with a lot of my teams, that's what I always tell them. I tell my seniors who have come off years and years and years, 2 or 3 straight years of losing records, just stinking. This is your time to shine, to go out as a senior, setting the tone for what's coming behind you. And that's what I think we forget. That's what I think we have such a small mindset in this world. We only think about ourselves. And we might think of our kids, but we think about ourselves. How comfortable can I make my life? I'm 40, 50 years old. How comfortable? How much money can I put in my pocket? Listen, I'm not against money. I'm against how people treat money nowadays. And they've been doing it forever. I mean, you can go back and read the biblical times, but how people treat it. And so this creates a cycle of what we're in now. Nobody looks to the future. So they treat themselves, they work themselves, right? I need to make this amount of money. I need to scam this person. I need to take this person. I need to lie to this person. I need to, do whatever I need to do to make more money, to make my life better. But what they forget is, all right, they're hurting somebody else, but they're not thinking to what the future has to hold. And I know everybody's out there telling you, don't worry about the future. You only need to pay attention to the present. Yes, but you also have to think, what's my life going to be like? Now, granted, the world could end tomorrow, and that's it. Okay, so you're preparing for the future, but your world ends. Okay, I can't tell you when it's going to end. Only God knows. But what I'm trying to tell you is if you want to live and you see your kids and your grandkids, then you need to change your lifestyle, especially if you're not living it right. First of all, you got to get your spiritual mindset right. Okay, that is so broken that I see in society. And trust me, I was there. That's why I can speak on this because I was there. My spiritual mindset was gone. Okay, when you think you're better and you think you're God, which many people will not admit that, but many people are because I watched their demeanor and it's exactly how I thought, right? You have an issue. Secondly, how is your mental aspect, especially with males? How's your mental aspect? Do you even know why you're here besides making money? Do you know why you're here? What your purpose is? Most people have no idea when I ask. None. None whatsoever, especially guys. None. Third, how's your physical? Man, I see people walk around who have money and their health sucks. So they're going to take all that money that they made, okay, to try to live a comfortable lifestyle, and then have to repay it to fix their health. This is a cycle that we're in all the time. Why don't we just start changing it now? And I'm not saying you have to take drastic steps. I mean, people see my videos and say, man, that's too hardcore for me. It's not too hardcore if you take a process like I had to do. This wasn't just overnight. My mindset had to change, no question about it. My physical had to massively change because I destroyed my body physically. But my spiritual had to be right. But we have to change our mindsets, people. Our mindsets are so broken and what we should do and how we should get there. And I know there's tons of information out there, how to live a healthy lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, what should I eat? What should I do? Granted, you got to be able to do things understandable and break them down. Every single human being is different. Thank God made us that way. Okay. But there are certain processes that are all the same. What I take in, yes, can I take in something over here and maybe not have the same effect as this person? Yes. But why does this person have those problems? Well, there's usually a toxic trying to build up somewhere along the line. They intake toxins. Okay. Now it comes from our EMFs. It could be from the food we eat. It could be from when I was a child, something where I live, whatever could have been creating these toxins. And these toxins then what? Cause us issues. So certain things might cause me to have more problems than somebody else. Okay. I need to figure those things out. But you need to understand. That's what nobody wants to take time. They just shove food in their mouth. Most people shove food in their mouth and no idea how they feel afterwards. Oh, I feel like crap. They have no idea what they just ate. Why do you feel like crap? But then they go back to that same thing. Oh, it tastes good. Yeah, but it makes you feel like crap for 3 days. What's the problem? There's got to be an issue of causing you to have that problem. Then you got to rectify it. But nobody wants to do that. It takes too much time. It's the same thing physically. Hey, I know my shoulder's bad, but I don't have any time to fix it. What do you mean you don't have enough time to fix it? It's your shoulder. Why aren't you taking time to take care of the body? It's a temple. God said it's a temple. You need to take care of it. These are the issues that we all have to tackle. Because trust me, I was the same way. Listen, I'll be the first one to tell you, if I made it to 40, I was great in my 20s. If I make it to 60, great. Man, I want to live my life to 120. I want to be able to do the things with my kids that as much as I possibly can do up to that time. I want to work on my farm. I want to do those things. I enjoy that stuff. I love being outside. Love it in the heat. I don't care if it's 110 degrees. I love it. Love it in the cold. Yes, sometimes if it's negative, 20, 30 degrees, it might be a little cold there. But, most of the winters that we have, 20, 30 degrees, no big deal. I like that stuff. Why? Because I embrace those things. I'm not saying they're for everybody, but what I am saying is you need to change your mindset. You have to change it from a negative that the world sucks, which I understand at times it does. And we have people in charge that suck worse than ever before. But you need to change that to something greater. What is your purpose? Why are you here? Are you here just for yourself and you're self-serving? That's what you got to ask yourself. Are you self-serving? There are many people. I was that way. I was self-serving. And I learned a hard lesson. Thank God God came down and helped fix it. Okay. And I'm still learning the lesson. Trust me. I still pay a price for being self-serving. But I understand now that, hey, listen, I want to live. I want to be able to provide for my family. I want to be able to protect my family. I want to be able to cultivate. I want to be able to create all these things for my kids and my wife. And then help the community out understand what they can do to better themselves. Why can't we all do that? Why do we have this mindset of 70, 80? Because some doctor told me, well, Dave, he has an 8-year degree or whatever. I don't give a flying crap what he has. He has no idea how my body is. He has no idea what's inside my mind. None. He has no inside what my spiritual makeup is and what my willpower is. That's the problem. People give up too quickly. We rely on some outside person to tell us how to live our life. And we've seen it over the last 3 years, let's be honest. The majority of people became sheep and they just followed whatever was told them. You need to change that mindset. You need to change and actually broaden your horizon to what you could be and what God intended you to be. It's greatness. Every single one of us has greatness, and we very rarely get to that. Yes, we're great maybe in making money, and that's it, because then it's all about me. And I've heard people come into the gym and say, man, I couldn't make it in. I had to just make this money. How to make this money? Okay, that's fine. That's your prerogative. But then when your health fails you, you can't blame anybody else but you. You allowed that to happen. And don't give me this cancer stuff. Don't give me this. This is all things that we know now that we can mitigate. We can get rid of if we change our lifestyle. And don't say, well, Dave, I eat healthy and I still got this. You have to go deeper than that. It's not just all about what you eat, it's deeper. It's your spiritual makeup, it's your mental makeup. How do you feel? What else are you ingesting? Are you ingesting horrible water, which most people ingest because of the filtration system that these cities put in? Horrible stuff that's in there. You have to look what's in these contaminants that are in there. That's what you ingest. What about the crap you put on your body, the perfume, the sunscreen, all that stuff? That's all. But people don't think like that. They only think, well, I run, I work out, and then I eat right. There's more to that. The body's deeper than that. That's what you have to start to understand. If I start inking myself all up, your prerogative, you put toxins on your body. They have to be absorbed. Your body takes them in. It has to do something with it. It either excretes it out somehow or it stores it. And if it stores it, certain things come into the body, and guess what? You get filled up and it overflows. And I've done videos on that, how the toxins work. You have to think. But I want people to start thinking differently. That's my goal with the Earthstrong program. That's 100% what it is. It's changing the mindsets of human beings to stop thinking narrow-mindedly. Stop thinking just about you and start thinking about something greater. Yes, you have to understand your body, which most people have no idea. And I didn't understand it. Here, I was in this field and had no idea. And just because guy has big muscles doesn't mean they understand the body. Yes, they might know how to work out, but doesn't mean they're eating right. Doesn't mean, oh, well, look how they look, Dave. They have a six-pack. That doesn't mean anything to me. Look at our indigenous tribes people, okay? If they didn't have all these infections that they got and they know how to take care of them, they probably would have lived a hell of a lot longer because they took care of themselves. They knew what they needed to do. Did they starve? Probably, because they couldn't get the food. Now we have no issue with starving. Hell, at least not here in the United States. So what are you doing to get yourself right? What are you doing to put yourself on a level to actually improve? It has to be all three. You cannot just focus on one. Has to be all three. And I know people say, Dave, I can't focus on three things at a time. Okay, take one thing, start to improve that. Then take the next. And I say, this is what we do in my Earthstrong program. Then we take the next thing. Everybody just looks at the workout part of it and say, well, I can't pick up a log. I'm not asking you to pick up a log, right? People who come to my workouts all the time, they pick up what they can. So we put other things out there. They might pick up a medicine ball, 10-pound medicine ball, and carry it on the shoulder. That's all they can handle. I'm cool with that. Hey, are you challenging yourself to be better? I'm cool with that. That's what we need to start changing. We need to start changing the mindset of human beings, and we need to start getting back. We're going to get people to 120. That's my mission. One of my missions in life is to get people to live better, right? Through the Earthstrong mentality. If you believe, reach out to me. If you don't, then fine. Keep doing what you're doing. That's fine. You make all the money in the world. I don't really care. And you can sit high on the hog right now. Okay? That's fine. 100%. I have no issues with that. You're your own person. But I believe we're meant for greater. I believe I want to see my kids grow up. And if I'm fortunate enough to have grandkids, see them grow up, be able to play with them, not just see them, but actually play with them, do things great with them. Because I want to be involved in that life. Right? I love watching my kids play sports. Love it. I love doing stuff with them. I love having them help when I'm doing things. So they learn in the process of learning. Because when you're growing up, you don't understand that stuff. You know what I mean? You're a kid. You don't have no idea. But when you're actually there in it, you know, now in this part, and I see why grandparents love being grandparents because they see from a different perspective. Parents, I know it's difficult at times, but you're learning. And if you're watching, you're like, this is how I grew up to some extent. This is how I learned. Cool. That's pretty interesting to me. So take it for what it's worth. Reach out to me. The Earthstrong program is where it's at. The Earthstrong program is to change the mindset of people to get them right. Get them right spiritually, mentally, and physically. Those three aspects are key to life. You get those three in place, watch what you can accomplish. I'm telling you, I've accomplished more since getting on and understanding these three things than ever before. Are there still confusing parts in life? No question about it. No question. I'm always searching for the answer, but I'm constantly more in tune with my body. What caused me to have this? What caused me this? Why is my body hurt here? Why is it not hurt there? Those kind of things. But now I'm more in tune. And more people did that, I guarantee you, you wouldn't have to run to the doctor for every little thing you have, okay? Including so-called stuffy noses, fevers, and things like that, because you'd understand how to take care of it naturally and understand your body. So hopefully we would never get to that point. But also if you hurt yourself, how do you fix that? It's an interesting process if you're willing to take the time to learn. Have yourself a blessed day. God bless you. Take care. Always remain unsolved.